Hi, welcome to the series of Jaspersoft reports. In this video, we are going to learn about styles in Jaspersoft Design Studio. The agenda for this session is, firstly, I will walk you through some keynotes on styles. Then we take a look on how we can create styles in a report. And finally, we will see an example on how we can conditionally create a style and apply it for a report to get alternative colors for its rows. Let's get started. What is a style? A style in Jaspersoft report is a tag in the JRXML code. We represent it with style tag. Styles are generally used to control the properties of similar elements such as text field or a label field. We can consider styles as the replacement of CSS script in the JRXML. Style types. A style can be based on conditional or it can be based on unconditional. A style can be inherited from another style as well. Now, let us take a look on the ways how we can implement the styles for a report. For a Jasper report, we can implement the styles in two ways: external styling and internal styling. External styling is the way of creating a JRTX file and apply it on the desired elements of the report to have the style. In the internal styling, we create the styles at report or element level. Now let us take a look at an example of a product detail report in which we want to get alternative colors for even rows. So to start with, create a blank report from File, New, Jasper report. Select the blank A4 template from the templates wizard, then click on Next. Let us save this report under Reports folder of the Jasper Reports 2021 project folder. I am naming it as Styles and Row Banding. Click on Next. From the Data Adapter dropdown, select the Foodmart database. Let's copy this product query from the pgadmin SQL editor to the SQL editor of the studio. Click on Next. Push all the fields to the left from the left side window to the right side window. Then click on Next. Then let us skip providing group by field for this report. So click on Next, then click on Finish. Now let us remove the unnecessary bands from the report from the outline, since we do not want to get any empty spaces when we run the report. So I am going to delete title, not title. I am going to start with page header, then column footer. So hold on Control button, then page header, column footer, page footer, summary band. Right click on the selected bands and click on the delete option. Now from the field node of the outline, let's select product ID, product name, gross weight, and net weight fields and drag them onto the detail band. Let's remove the empty space from the header and detail band by double clicking on the node. Let's give a title to the report. So for that, let's drag a text field and give a meaningful name. I'm going to use the same name that I used it for the report. So I'm naming it with the styles and row banding again. Let's quickly beautify this report to look like a grid. So click on the title and expand it. multi-select all the text element, then go to the common properties, apply borders for all the elements. Let's adjust the position of these text fields horizontally and vertically middle. So use these top utilities here. Let us bold the title and column headers here and increase the font size to a bit more. Save the report and let us run by clicking on the preview button. We can see that the report is displayed in the format of grid. Now we are going to apply conditional color for the event rows by creating a conditional style. So to create a style, we need to be in the outline view, then select the styles node here. Right click on the styles node and then click on the create style. To create a condition on the creator style, let's right click again on the style one here and click on create conditional style. In the expression of the style property, let us take the report count. Report count is a inbuilt variable of the studio which counts each row of the report. So select the report count and divide it with 2. Let's compare the result with 0. If the result is 0, then the row will get the color that we provide for the style. So let's click on finish here and go to the appearance section and select a background color for this conditional style here. Click OK. Now it is time to apply this style on the text elements of the report. Somehow it is not getting saved. Let me see why this is happening here. Okay, let's quickly preview this report. So get back to the design mode of the report and let us try to apply the style created on the text elements from the detail band. Multi-select the elements, only the elements from the detail band here. Then go to the common properties of the selected elements. We can see style option under style and print details in the common properties. Then in this drop down, let us select the style that we created in the previous step, which is style 1. Let's save the report. Now we can see the report has been saved. Now run the report again. We can see that the product detail report is displayed without any row banding colors. That means the conditional coloring has not been applied to the event rows. So this is because we haven't unchecked the transparent option on the text elements from the detail band. So let's get back to the design mode, and these fields are already multi-selected. So let's be on the appearance properties of common properties, then uncheck this transparent property. Save the report again and run it. Now we can see that the product detail report is displayed with alternative colors. We can see that every event row has got the conditional color applied. So this is how we can create a style in the report and we can apply it on the rows. What if we want to get the colors for the odd rows here? So to do that, let's get back to the design mode and we can create another condition in the same style. For example, right click the style created, which is style 1 in this example. Click on create conditional style again. Then in the expression editor of the style property, let's take the same inbuilt variable, which is report count. Let's divide this with 2 and let's compare it with 1 now. Click on finish. Then in the appearance properties of the condition, let's take different color. So I am taking some random color here. Click OK. Save the report and run the report. So we can see that the second condition is also applied with a different color. So this is how we can create a style and we can create a conditional style and apply it on the rows of a detailed report, which is product detail in this example. So this brings us to the end of the session on styles and creating conditional styles. I hope you are a little clearer on what we saw today, but let us quickly recap of what we saw today in this session. So we have seen the usage of styles in first place, and we have also seen how we can create styles in the report. And finally, we have seen an example on how we can create a conditional color and how we can apply it on the detailed report rows. So that's all for this session. I hope you enjoyed watching this session. Uh, let's get straight in for more updates on Jasper Substack. Thank you.